Hello everyone. So in this video we'll be seeing how to install ALLWBOS. So first you need to uh, open up your Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. As you can see, I've already opened it. Click on New button, and now you have to give the name to your VM instance whatever you want. So I'm giving it just say ALLWBOS underscore test. Okay. So in the type you need to give Linux, and the version you need to give Ubuntu 64. Make sure you apply these settings. Now click on next. Now here it's asking what memory size you want to give to your VM instance. For now I'll give 4 gigabytes of RAM. uh, I have 16 gigabytes, so that's pretty safe to give. If you have 8 gigabytes of RAM, so somewhere you can give 2 gigabytes to 3 gigabytes, that's for sure. So click on next, then leave this setting as it is. Create virtual hard disk now. Then again you don't have to touch anything. Create on VDI. Then again you don't have to touch anything. Click on dynamically allocated. That's what we want. Create on next, and then it will be asking what your virtual what size you want to actually give to your virtual hard drive. So right now I'm giving 30 gigabytes. If you think you can use a bit more, then you can give 30 gigabytes is pretty much safe for me. So click on create, and now our VM instance has been initialized, but some settings we need to do uh, also. So come to general, then in the advanced settings you have to click on this bidirectional. Then come to system. You don't have to change anything in motherboard. Come to the processor tab, and in this tab you have to give 4 CPUs. Okay, so I have hexa-core processor, so I have 12 logical CPUs. So make sure you don't cross this green line. If you have octa-core processor, then you might be having 16 CPUs, as hyperthreading might be enabled in your CPU. So just make sure you don't cross this green line. Okay, based on your system configuration. Now come to acceleration. You don't have to change anything. Now come to the display. So the video memory you have to actually maxed out, uh, 128 megabyte. So virtual machine adapters, VGA adapters basically give you maximum of 128 megabytes. The acceleration you have to check it, enable 3D acceleration, and I think we don't have to do anything much. Click on OK. So we have all set. Now what you need to do, you have to click on this down arrow, then give it a normal start. Now it will be asking the image file of your operating system. So I hope you have already downloaded your ALLWBOS operating system. Just browse it wherever you are. Click on add. Now I have already downloaded it, ALLWBOS 0.3. It's 3.85 gigabytes approximately. Now it's already selected, as you can see over here. Click on choose. Then it's again saying ALLWBOS 3.5 gigabytes. Click on start. Let's just maximize it. Now this kind of grub loader you will going to see. So you have to choose the first option. Do not click on system installer. You have to choose boot live system. Okay, the very first option. Click enter. And you will be seeing this login manager. You give the password, enter, and our operating system is being loaded. But we need to transfer all the contents of the operating system from the optical file to the VDI file. So let me just come to this. Okay, click on settings. So as of storage, now you can see we have two different things. One is controller SATA and other one is controller ID. So in ID right now we are having optical drive. which is our ISO file. Now we need to copy all the contents from the ISO to our SATA file. That means our virtual hard drive file. This is of 30 gigabytes. Okay, we have space, we have mentioned. So we need to copy all this file. Otherwise, if we don't copy it, then from the next boot we need to, you know, reapply the controller ID and your session will not be saved anymore. Okay, so just click on OK. It's not a problem. So in order to copy all the files, you have to click on this start icon, come to system tools, then you can see this application system back. Okay, just click on it, and there are bunch of you can say buttons over here. Just click on system copy. Okay, system copy, not system install, not system repair, system copy. As you will click on system copy, you'll see a partition of your virtual instance. So just click on it. A delete message, a delete button is actually shown up. Click on delete, and we have actually wiped out our partition, which was important. Now what you need to do is you will see that there are there will be two partitions. One will be normal SDA and other will be SDA question mark. Just click on SDA question mark. It will be in italic. Now just click on this left arrow. Okay, add new partition. We are adding new partition over there. Then again you have to click on this SDA1, not SDA. It should be SDA1. Now click on this copy user files. Whatever the user files I've already implemented, I've already configured in this operating system, that will be copied into your VDI file. That's what we want. Okay. Now the mount point should be your root directory. It shouldn't be home directory or something else. It should be root directory / Okay. Then in the install grub2 bootloader, we will select SDA. So above we have selected SDA1, but here we are selecting SDA. Okay. Now as you can see, the file system is showing question mark because it doesn't know what file system it should apply. There are several kind of file system, exts, then ntfs. Other thing, Linux uses ext. So we have several ext formats. The best one is ext4. Just click on this left arrow, and as you can see, SDA1 has been initialized with root folder, ext, and the format extension is X. Okay, so everything is applied. Make sure you apply all these settings correctly, otherwise it might create a huge problem for you. Click on next, just click on start, and we need to wait for a while. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes depending on your system configuration. So now the copying of the system is almost done. It's finalizing all of the processes. Just wait for a few more seconds. So now it is completed and you can click on OK. Just open up the terminal and type reboot. Okay, click enter. So now it's saying please remove the installation medium. Press enter. You have to press enter and our system will be rebooted. So as you can see, our operating system is being loaded. Right now, just go to settings, storage, and now you can see the controller ID is now empty. That means no optical drive is being attached to our VM instance. All of the contents of the optical disk, what ISO file we have previously attached, all the contents are shifted to VDI file. Okay, again we need to log in with the password. Okay, fine. So I safely put it into our system on terminal. Now let's check how much RAM it's using. Free space hyphen M. It's using only 234 megabytes of RAM. Usually Ubuntu takes up somewhere around 600 to 800 megabytes on an ideal stage. It is taking only 235, 134 megabytes of RAM. Okay, clear. And now what we'll do is set up our Hadoop. Okay, so before setting up, let's just start it off by giving command start all.sh. So wait for a few seconds. All the components of Hadoop will be fired up. So now just give JPS command just to check everything is fine or not, every engine of Hadoop is working fine or not. And we can see that secondary name node is not present over here. Data node is present, name node present, node manager is present, source manager is present. So it might not seem a big problem, but the problem is with Hadoop, it can access all the files in its own environment, but it will not allow external frameworks like Spark shell and Grunt shell to access files. So what we need to do is we need to set up few configurations. First give the command stop all.sh. Okay, fine. So earlier when we gave JPS command, so 5 of the engines was 5 of the processors was running. Anyways, just minimize it and we need to go to the root directory. Okay, so just go to user, then local, then Hadoop store, then HDFS. Now here what you need to do is you will find two directories, data node and name node. These are basically two different partitions of Hadoop. So first click on name node, then current, and here you find a file version. Just right click and open it with text editor. Now here you will find a cluster ID which is being associated with this name node. Okay, just copy it, just come few directories up and then go to data node, current, then version. Again you will find a version file, open it with text editor, and here now what you need to do, just remove this cluster and paste whatever we have pasted from um, name node. Okay, click on save, and now it's being saved. So what we have done is, the problem was that the Hadoop works in a clustered system, so the name node was not pointing to the same data node. That was the problem. In order to work Hadoop correctly, both of the nodes should be pointing at the same cluster ID basically. Okay, so right now we have configured everything correctly. Now what you need to do is, we need to make few directories. So just type sudo dir -p slash app slash loop slash temp. Okay, it's asking password, give it the password. Okay, now we need to change the permission. Okay, so the command is sudo chown -r, the username, then -app. This command you need to give, and it will change the permissions. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now we have to change the permission of our Hadoop and Hadoop store also. So again, just type slash user, then I need to check it up, local and Hadoop store. Okay, then Hadoop underscore store. Some spelling mistake was there. Okay, right now it's worked correctly. So now we need to give Hadoop our main Hadoop file. Okay, this one. So just give permissions. It might take few seconds. There's a lot of files. Okay, so it's executed successfully. So I think we are good to go, and now we should start our Hadoop again. Okay, now just give jps command, and now you can see our secondary name node is also present over here. So we have successfully set up our Hadoop system. So in order to access Hadoop files, the Hadoop distributed file systems, either you can use Hadoop file system -ist space /. So as you can see, we have two files by default, temp directory and user directory. Or what you can do is, you can access through web UI also. So click on the web browser. I've already clicked it. Just wait for the browser to open up. Okay, fine. So just type localhost 9870 index.html. So this is the port on which actually Hadoop is present. Okay, so click on utils, then you need to go to browse file systems. So as you can see, whatever present over here, it's also present over here. So inside user, I have already given some example, big input, Spark input. If anyone want to test it, it might save his or her time. Okay, then it's my user trash. Okay, this is the Hive directory in which all the databases and tables will be stored. Okay, fine. So we have seen uh, Hadoop. Hadoop is working fine. So now let's just go with pig. In order to use pig, you have to use command pig. Okay, simply type pig, press enter. Okay, so we are right now in our grunt shell. As you can see, grunt shell is activated. So now you have to give this command employ is equal to load. Then we are actually accessing a file inside our Hadoop distributed file system, and that is inside our root directory of Hadoop, then user, then pig inputs. Uh, this is our Hadoop root directory, Hadoop, then user, then pig inputs. This is our file. Okay. Now let me just open it. So just enter. Just press enter. So now it's being initialized. Employee variable is being initialized. Now what you need to do? Dump employee. So it will show all the contents inside pig inputs.txt, and by default it will be using the map reducer. Okay, so let me just check. Yeah, so by default we are in our map reduce execution mode. Fine, just press enter, dump employee, and map reducer will be initialized and it will act on this file. So as you can see, we have got the data, John, sales, Austin, so different kind of things, different data we have got. So you can use pig in this way. So press Ctrl plus Z to stop the grunt shell or pig shell, whatever. Now what we will do, we'll go with Spark shell. So just type Spark shell in order to initialize Spark. Okay, so our Spark shell is being initialized. It's working fine. It is working on a Scala 2.12 version, and this is the URL on which Spark is being hosted. Okay, so paste and go. So right now we are not doing any job, that's why it's empty. So nothing is over here, everything is zero. Okay, fine. So we have done nothing, that's why it's pretty empty. So now we'll give a command, this. Okay, where a sc.file, that means we are trying to access a file from our regular file directory, that means our Linux file system, not from our Hadoop. So this is where my file system is. Just this is the file I'm actually parsing in this. Okay, so path might not be correct. Let's just give it a slash codes. Okay, so this is the path, root directory, home, print are the desktop codes. This is the path. Okay, fine. Just press enter. Okay, so it is being applied. Now what you need to do, a dot collect. That means we have stored all of our content in a variable, and now we are trying to access all of its content by using collect method. just press enter, and as you can see we have got a array of strings. Okay, whatever content was in there in Spark input, it is being presented over here. Check it out. Okay, so we have given this input and we are getting exactly same input. Fine. Okay, just press Ctrl plus Z and we have stopped Spark shell also. Now in order to work with Hive, just press Hive, I mean enter Hive, Hive, press enter. Okay, Hive session has been activated. Now you need to do it is basically very similar to MySQL. If you have any experience with MySQL, it is not going to be that difficult for you. So first we need to see how many databases we have. Show databases in semicolon. Okay, so right now we are having this default one, so we need to create a database. Just type create database, let's just say Aditya1, and press enter, and as you can see it's been created. Again we need to give show databases. Let's just see it's been created or not, and yeah, you can see Aditya1 is created. Now how to check in Hadoop system? Click on this Hive, okay, in warehouses, and as you can see Aditya1.db, that means Aditya1.database has been created. Now inside this database we can create our tables, multiple tables. Okay, so I'm not doing it right now, it's unnecessary. You can do it on your own. So now we will be working with Kafka. So in order to work with Kafka, you need to type sudo systemctl, then start zookeeper. That's the command. It will start the zookeeper server, and the zookeeper server has been started. Let's just see the status, whether it's running properly or not, by giving command sudo systemctl status zookeeper, and as you can see it's actively running. Press Ctrl plus C, then need to start Kafka server. Kafka is basically our bootstrap server over here. So let's just start and check again the status of Kafka server also, and as you can see Kafka is also running. So Kafka and zookeeper both are running. Now it's time to create topic. Now in order to create a topic you need to go to its home directory, Kafka's home directory. So the place where I have installed Kafka is cd root user, then opt slash Kafka. That's the home directory of Kafka. Now just give ls all, and as you can see these are the different directories over here, and the main directory we'll be working is bin directory. Cd bin and give ls command, and as you can see there are lots of shell script command which is being associated with Kafka for several kind of services. Now we need to create a topic in order to work with Kafka. So the very first thing we will create a topic. Type sudo space dot slash Kafka hyphen topics dot sh space create topic. Now what topic, the name of the topic we want to give is test topic. Let's just say test topic space bootstrap server. Okay, this is the bootstrap server we are initializing. So now which IP and port we want to initialize our bootstrap servers, just type localhost, that stands for 127.0.0 and 1, I mean 127.0.0.1. so localhost, and the port number we are going to use is 9092. Okay, and now we need to give the replication factor also. Replication hyphen factor. The here replication factor I would like to give 1 because the one time only I want to replicate my data. And the partition I want to do is basically hyphen partition is 4. So as you can see, we got the message created topic test topic. Test topic is the name of our topic. Okay, so now we want to list how many topics we have, what topics we have already created. So that's the command which you need to do, which you give to that is sudo /kafka hyphen topics .sh hyphen list, then bootstrap hyphen server. Then we need to target our IP, that's our local host, and the port number also 92. And as you can see, we have created only one topic, that is test topic. Okay, fine. So now we need to active our console on our local system, and that's how we can do is sudo /kafka hyphen console .sh hyphen producer Kafka console producer.sh. Now we need to get the broker list, then need to target our local host at 9092, and the name of the topic, that is first we need to give the topic, then name of our topic, that is test topic. Okay, just give. Okay, so our shell is being active. You can see at the very beginning there is greater than symbol or smaller than symbol, whatever. So just type anything to stream our data, that is, let's just chat. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. What about you? Okay, so that's enough. Press Ctrl+C. Okay, so now we want to check our stream data, whatever messages we have stored in our test topic. So the command will be like to give is sudo then Kafka, then consumer .sh. Okay, then bootstrap server Kafka console consumer bootstrap server. Then we want to give the target IP, that's localhost 9092, and the topic, that is topic test topic then from big name. Okay, consumer.sh is being not found. Okay, console consumer, Kafka console consumer it should be, if I'm not wrong. I'll just try my luck. And yeah, the command worked correctly. So the shell script file what we are targeting is Kafka console consumer. Okay, press Ctrl plus C to come out of it. Process total of 3 messages, saying it's okay because we had 3 messages. Now if you want to delete our existing topic, like we have already created test topic, if you want to delete this topic, what you should do, type sudo dot slash and then Kafka slash topics dot sh delete topic. What topic we want to delete, that is test topic. Then after test topic, from where we want to delete, that is strap server then our local host and the port number. Okay, and as you can see the command executed successfully. Let me just check whether it is being deleted or not. And now as you can see, we've got only the default consumer offset one. So our test topic has been successfully deleted. So now what you can do is, if you want to stop the Kafka and Zookeeper service, so the first command you should give sudo system ctl stop Kafka. So if you remember, we have first we have started Zookeeper, then Kafka. So in order to stop, we have to follow the reverse order. First we have to stop Kafka, then Zookeeper. So stop Kafka, then stop Zookeeper. Okay, so this is how we have stopped. Let's just check the status again, whether it's stopped or not. Status. So as you can see, it's saying failed. That means the server is not responding. The server is currently closed. And status of Kafka. As you can see, the same thing here also. It's, it's not active. Okay, let's just type clear command, go to our home directory. So this is pretty much about using Hadoop, Big, Spark, Hive, Kafka, these all things. Then you get a VS Code also if you want to use it for Java, C++ or different kind of programming languages. You can use it. If you want to use Jupyter Notebook, you can access Jupyter Notebook from Visual Studio Code also. So let me just show it. Close this up. And I've already provided some example codes. Okay, let's just say Java. So this is hello world, some linked list file. Okay, then Python is here, then our Jupyter notebook is also here, and C++ code is also here. So I've provided all the things for example so that people don't have to make it, and they can basically test it and try it out. Okay, this nothing pretty much about it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around.